Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we beat up Cahokia a little bit and took some of their stuff. They're very upset at us and our war exhaustion is pretty up there. So we should probably chill for a little bit and work on building up our admin power. This is very, very necessary. We need to work through a lot of that. So you can see here, our corruption is growing. This is not surprising given our overextension. It's only growing by 0.1, which is not too bad. Let's put this about here, but that does put us at a net negative of 6.43. That is understood. How much of that is reinforcement here? Very, very little. Okay, so this is probably just due to overextension, which will reduce our... Well, that will give us corruption. War exhaustion, is that giving us any tax issues? Goods produced modifier. That's it right there. Okay. So we're going to run a deficit for a little bit here. We can set an agenda, which we should definitely do. Let's see what we've got here. The proposal of the Dynatoy would be ideal. They want us to set up a subject, though. Base production. Ooh. Yes, I'm going to do that. So that is right out over here. We want this to be a base production of at least 10. So there we go. That should be completed. And that gains us 422.77 ducats. I like it. These guys, they should go back into port. There we go. Okay, that was exciting. Game was a little bit frozen there for a moment. And in terms of the next missions, what are we interested in? So we need to take over some territories. We need to be a hegemon. Have furnaces. And centers of trade. And trade power in the Cycladian Isles. Okay. For now, I'm not going to be too concerned about that. That will cost money, and we don't want to put money into things at this moment. We do have Albanian separatists down over here. That's very rude. That's very rude indeed. We don't actually have an adjacent fort here, so they're probably just going to get the separatism. I want this battle to happen on the 2nd. Okay, the 3rd is fine. We'll see how this goes. They have no leadership, only 11k units. We might be able to do this with one morale tick. Let's see. Our colony here is now self-sustaining. Okay, so that is great. Oh, we've got gold here. Interesting. So we need to get our colonist back, and we're going to send him out over this direction. We're going to run out of areas to colonize out over here eventually, and that is understood. So let's see how this battle proceeds. Oh, that's fine. Excellent. Okay, so we got that dealt with. No problem there. We're going to have other rebel uprisings, and that's not surprising. So we'll get that going. That is absolutely wonderful. And minus 5.83, yeah. So we really need to get our war exhaustion down. That is a big, big thing here. Skimbra. Where is this? Okay. That's a potential issue for us. We'd have to go over via boat here. And we don't have enough boats to move a full army. So in that case, I'm going to boost the autonomy here, like this. And then we've got Jamaica, which is down here. Sure. We're going to boost that autonomy as well. So we're currently at 0.6 here. Most of this is due to overextension and war exhaustion. So that will slowly go down. The question is how long until these pop at this point. 13.8 years, that's probably okay. The Choctaw separatists here and these other separatists, that's all reasonably fine. So that looks good. We do need to get coring going, of course. We need to spend down this overextension. And none of these are actually overextension causing down here. This is the first one that we can get going that is actually overextension causing. So Choctaw separatists and Cheyenne particularists. The Cheyenne particularists are dealt with. This, we can unmothball this fort, and then we can move these guys up to here. Okay. And then we can go in here and fight these after the Munstick. Perfect. So no problem there. We're going to re-mothball this fort. And we're going to head down over to here and get these guys back to drilling. They're going to love being Romaic. It is true. Okay, so that all looks good for now. Our war exhaustion is dropping, and the main question right now is, what is this at? 0.3. That's huge. So only 3 month ticks until that goes away. I like it. We can start one of these cores immediately. The question is, do we want to do that, or do we want to save up for this and work from the top down? Well, it kind of doesn't matter. I think we're going to start from here to get the overextension dropped sooner. It's going to take the same amount of time, but we can do it slightly quicker. Cheyenne peasants up over here. I mean, we can't really get there. So there's that. We don't really have a way to get there. So that's understood. As far as this down here goes, we can see that's now at 0 unrest. And expand the production of Elysian silk. We don't have a capacity for that. Interesting. Okay, so that's fine for now. Our innovativeness is currently decreasing, and that's understood. So we need a lot of admin power, right? We need just crazy amounts of admin power at this point. But we are working our way through our overextension. That will start dropping fairly soon. We're going to get this cord as soon as we can, and we're net positive now, financially. That's very, very good to see. So with that in mind, let's see what we can do in terms of workshops. No. Churches. No. Manufactories it is. So we're going to build here. And that'll be absolutely wonderful. Okay, our place in the sun, CB, yeah, that's fine. Not too concerned about that one. So we're just working on stabilization at this point, right? The biggest thing that we need is to have our war exhaustion drop. That's for sure. We definitely need that to happen. Net negative again, financially, noted. We can do a government reform, and what are we interested in doing? Well, we've got the administrative cadre here. So that's all relatively good. Dynatoid loyalty, equilibrium, and influence. Okay. Possible advisors +1, but increase in yearly corruption. Monarch admin skill +1. That's interesting. Is that for the rest of the game? I would assume so. I think we take that. We need the admin power. So let's do that right now. That sounds great. So we have growing corruption, which is not surprising given that we have the dynastic administration, right? So that is understood. We're going to need to root out additional corruption, and that is fine. Okay, this is the point at which it is at least somewhat decreasing. So that's fine. We're now gaining still only 12. Maybe it's only with new monarchs. Maybe. Either way, that'll still be very useful for us. So let's get a core going here. That'll be wonderful. We can choose a new idea group. Do we want to, though? That's a question we need to ask. We need a lot more admin ideas. That's definitely for sure. Okay, we just lost our trader, so that is absolutely understood. That is a significant issue for us because now we're at 0 monthly increase from our diplomacy. So, to that end, I'm going to go for somebody cheap this time. Trade efficiency? That guy might actually pay for himself. We'll see. So, we're going for somebody cheap here. That'll be fine. And yes, we're putting a lot of money into rooting out corruption right now. That's understood. We've got a big corruption issue, and we're only sort of working on it. Okay, Cahokia Separatists up over here. That's noted. We can't really do anything about stopping them from getting separatism up here, other than just making our way in here. This battle will be on 9 November. Yeah, go for it. Wichita Separatists out over here. Noted. We're going to come in over this direction. Awkward timing there, and yeah, they're going to get the separatism up this direction. So I don't want to gain 2 corruption here. Our diplomatic advisor left our court. That's very rude of him. So this battle will happen on 3 December. Let's go ahead and fight that. And we're going to get this taken back. There we go. Excellent. So we won that. We're going to head back over here. We're going to cap this and head back down over this direction. So we're currently at net 0 here, and Kasky separatists have risen up right here. That's fine. We can deal with those. We do want to have a cheap guy here. This guy will do. Hopefully he doesn't immediately leave the court this time. Okay, so we're not surprised at all that we're having these uprisings, right? This is deeply unsurprising. We knew that this was going to be a thing. Absolutely. Especially with our war exhaustion and overextension where it is. This needs to be dealt with. We're going to have more up over here. In fact, I'm not even going to put these guys back to drilling yet. We're just going to head right up over to here. We're going to sit here and we're going to wait for them because they are going to pop very, very soon. Within the next year or so. We're going to have multiple popping out over this direction. This is actually not that bad to get to, so that seems fine. We can make another core here, and one of our colonies became self-sustaining out over this direction. That is excellent. And we need to ticket a day to get our colonists back. We can head down and take Mayo. Done. So that looks good for now. Ooh, 50 admin power? Yes, please. That is huge. We need 154 for our next core, but even so. Well, 153 now. So that looks absolutely fine for the moment. Welcome to the faith. Cool. So separatists out over here, these two popped at the same time. We can come up over here, and these guys are going to stop drilling, and they're going to come over this direction. So this battle is going to happen on 19 August. We have to wait until they would arrive after the month tick. There we go. Excellent. So now these guys can head on down. We can make a state out over this direction. That, of course, means that we're going to need to core that state eventually. But right now, that's not going to be a thing, because we're working on coring these. So Cherokee Separatists down over here. Understood. We can unmothball this fort, and that will buy us time to get there. And I'm going to send these guys over. Okay. Lose 3 war exhaustion for an inflation. We're net negative on our inflation just for free. So yeah, we're delighted to swap some war exhaustion for inflation. That's great. That's absolutely huge. That's a really big deal, actually. So that should bring us back positive financially. Oh yeah, for sure. Let's get rid of these guys. There we go. We do not need to have this fort up anymore. Perfect. And we're going to come on back down over this way. Beautiful. Our colony out over here is self-sustaining. And we have Roman particularists out over here. Okay. We're going to head over this direction. This will have to be after the month tick, so we will see what ends up happening with that. We can send a colonist out over this direction, and we can make a state here, which we will do. Okay, so these guys, when are they going to arrive here? Here we go. This'll do. Excellent. We can get another core going, which we're delighted to do, and we have too few seats in the Senate, so we need to find a place to give a Senate seat. Sure, you'll do. Perfect. So that seems good. And then we've got this rebellion out over here. We've got a bunch more rebel uprisings brewing, and this is deeply unsurprising. We knew that this was going to be a thing. So that is absolutely fine. We're going to head up over here next. There we go. And we need to do still more coring. So we're going to need to get these 2 cored next. That's a total of over 300. So that is quite significant. Our colony over here is now self-sustaining. We're going to head out over this direction. There we go. These guys are going to get back to drilling, and these guys are going to get back to drilling as well. We're probably going to have more rebellions eventually, but things are getting more under control. They'll get much more under control once our overextension starts properly dropping, but that'll be a little while yet. So that is absolutely fine. Now, this is a global trade malice, right? So we need to embrace global trade eventually. Things are going fairly well on that front. Fairly well. Spain is planning to attack Chinook. Okay. That's understood. Okay, our colony out over here is now self-sustaining, and we're going to need to head out over this direction, but we can't go here yet because this is not completed. So we don't have a path in out over this direction, and we're going to have to do some conquest out over here too. So these guys are going to have to go away. They're allied with Cahokia. That's interesting. Who's now Miltech 18. Certainly noted. So we're interested in... We could fabricate another claim on Cahokia. But our truce with them is not up for a while yet, I don't think. Yeah, not for another 11 years. That's going to be a while. We could fight them via these guys. This is a potential option. We would need to build a spy network with them, of course, and we can start doing that, but we're going to run out of places to colonize out over here pretty soon. So we're going to come over here and colonize, but we're going to run out of places to colonize over here soon, too. Keep in mind, we can always have our colonists develop our existing provinces once we run out of places. So that'll be fine. Okay, base production sounds wonderful. And we'll be able to get another one of these cores going very soon, and this core is about finished. So that's looking good. We're making fantastic progress there. We are currently at net 0 diplomatic power, because Spartania is currently taking 4. Understood. We lost our general. That was this guy. We need a new general here, and that's unfortunate that that's going to cost that much, but sure. We'll do it for now. Local unrest? That's fine. Okay, so there's a core finishing. That drops our overextension down below 50. That alone is huge. So that looks good. We have a lot more coring to do here, no doubt about it. But we just need one more month tick and we can get Himia going here. Wenro was building a spy network. Seems ambitious. Okay, let's get that going. And then we just have one additional core to make here. Well, overextension causing core, anyway. So our overextension is causing some significant issues, right? There's no doubt about that. But that's absolutely fine. We knew that that would be the case. So heretic conversion, that looks good. And let's get another one of those going. Perfect. So that seems absolutely fine. 100 population or a base tax? We're going to take the base tax. Thank you very much. Okay, we had some separatists rise up right down over here. And they're not in a very good spot, to be honest. So we're just going to walk up over this direction. When will we arrive here? For March? Do it. Okay, so this colony is now self-sustaining. We still can't make our way out over here. And that's going to be a bit problematic, of course. But for now, we can finish colonizing this little frontier that we've got over here. It's not that big of a deal. It'll be fine. So we're going to run out of places to colonize relatively soon. And we see Spain is out over here. Very rude of them. Spanish California. Okay. I'm not shocked about that. We knew that they were probably going to head over there fairly soon. In fact, they probably... yeah, there's probably stuff over there. That's okay for now. Okay, so this looks absolutely fine for the moment, and we do want to get our additional core going here soon enough. So we're making 11 ducats per month right now, and our corruption is going down by 0.08. That is understood. I do want our corruption to be very slightly dropping, but I want to have a little bit more money on hand right now. So there we go. Overextension is a little less bad now. Cool. We just lost our master recruiter, and we absolutely need to maintain a high level, like +3 advisor here. Now, this guy is Natchez, which is a non-accepted culture. This guy is not an accepted culture. Like, none of these are accepted cultures. This guy might be? Yeah, this guy is. So we could promote this guy up. So this is going to be expensive, and that's understood. 528.48 to promote this guy again. I guess this is what we're going to do for now. So we're making a decent amount of money. The Clericoy are losing power, and we lost another leader here. Very unfortunate. We do have too few seats in the Senate, so let's find ourselves a nice seat to give to the Senate. There we go. Perfect. And we just about have enough here. Ooh, the Grand Race at the Hippodrome. No, we're not going to bet on it. I don't want to spend money on that. We have lots of things that we want to spend our money on, and that's not it. Okay, so looks like we died there. Yes. So 232, that is incredibly mediocre. Yeah, that's not great at all. Incredibly, incredibly mediocre. We also are growing our corruption now again, so let's do that. That'll be fine for the moment. And let's get this core going. So that's all of our overextension causing cores. We do want to get our stability back up, but we don't really want to spend admin power on that, so we'll not do that for now. And we're going to need to get all of these cores done eventually. So that is understood. Gain a skill 3 master recruiter that is cheaper, 50% cheaper to employ. Hang on. So that would be this guy. Absolutely done. That's great. That's really, really good. So we do want to get more of these cores done, right? And we had some separatists up over this direction. That's not very surprising necessarily. I don't know that we can get up there in time. This is a fort province. So we can't toggle that, but we can turn it on over here, which is adjacent. So that should keep them from getting separatism at the very least. Okay, yep, that's fine. And then we're going to have to siege it back, which is understood. Spartan particularists, we don't care about. That is absolutely fine. And we win that battle, and now we need to siege this. So that is understood. Social reform, huh? A base production? Yes, absolutely. Allied with Great Britain and guaranteed by Cahokia. Rude. We need this province for the NAFTA. Very rude. Huh. Well, we'll see what we can do about that. So we can convert another province here. There we go. And we're interested in getting more of these cores going, right? So we just want to get these done. These are cores that are going to take time. They're not going to be instant, so we're going to get those going. And then we'll get these ones done. Gain 2 mercantilism for 10 legitimacy. Okay, I'll take it. Our legitimacy will drift down due to Church Inquisition. Interesting. Okay, I expected it to be drifting up, but no. Church Inquisition is significant. Noted. So that's fine for now, and we'll get this siege completed soon enough. We'll get that other core going there. Royal marriage offer from Netherlands, we accept. So that is absolutely a thing. And what do we need here? 6? We shouldn't have this number of units here, so we should have something kind of like that. And then the rest of these, they're going to come down over to here. And apparently we don't have a leader here, so we're going to have to roll one of those up. Favors for soldiers from Vinland. Accept. We're actually making a good amount of soldiers at this point, so that looks good. Totemist Zealots up over here. We can't do anything about that, but we don't need to either, so that looks great. This siege is now over, so we're going to bring these guys down to rejoin the rest, and we can mothball this fort once more. We can seize land, and everybody's actually happy enough for that, so let's do it. That looks good. Okay, so we just need 64 at this point. We'll have enough, not next month tick, but, well, that month tick. We'll have enough this month tick. So that looks good. And let's get that going immediately. Oh, we have 62? Okay, apparently I can't do math. That's fine. So there's another core finishing. We're down to 21.6% overextension. That is definitely helping us. And we're going to get this final territorial core going here. Looks good. And now we're going to work through these full cores, which will go fairly quick. So that'll be fine. We're in a pretty okay spot at this point, but we definitely still have some more unrest going on here. Once this overextension is dealt with, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. Spain is planning to attack Milan, apparently. Okay, I wish you luck with that endeavor, Spain. So we're just going to get these done relatively swiftly. They'll get done within a handful of months. That'll be absolutely wonderful. But it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And next episode, we're going to finish our consolidation phase here, and I think we're probably going to go back into an expansion phase relatively soon. We'll just need to find a way to fight these guys. Ideally. And also, I'm very interested in getting our next technology. Maybe we'll go into debt and grab global trade. What would we, if we sell titles, what would we get from that? 825? That would be pretty close. Okay, we'll think about it. Next episode, you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge STL, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.